Hi guys, shalom. A little update about what's going on campus. On that day of the Q&A, the video that I recorded, the debate, Israel v. Hamas on campus, those people went to in front of the Central Library and made a little commotion over there for whatever reason that they believe they are entitled to. Yeah, First Amendment is important here. So the school gave them, a lot of platform. They made an article on them with names, addresses, and I'm wondering here because when I became an American citizen, one of the questions was if I was ever affiliated to any, terrorist organization, if I was ever affiliated with any organization that wanted to overthrow any government in the world. So I wonder if these people are, telling who they are, identifying themselves as pro Hamas, pro terrorism, without thinking that there will be consequences on that. And I don't know, I really don't know what it goes through their minds, except that I am just observing everything. I remember one time, I think in 2000, I believe 2017, at some point, I heard the ambassador of Israel to the United Nations in person. I was in an event that he was the speaker, and he said something like that in the corridors of the United Nations he has so much more support than actually in the main room, because those that oppose Israel in public in the corridors of the United Nations, they tell him, I am sorry for what I said, but if I say something positive about Israel, if I show any support for Israel, I will be punished in my country. So there's a lot of lip service going on the United Nations just for the sake of the person. So some people are like that, and probably that is why I will never be a politician, or maybe you will never be a politician, because we don't play games. But a lot of politics is really playing games. You say something, but you mean something else. You say something to the person, but in reality, you mean something completely opposing. So I don't know if my school, if the school that I am a student now is pro-Hamas, but they gave a great platform to them, including they put the phrase, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And I wonder if they know what this means. This means unopposed dominion, right? From the river to the sea, there will be no obstacle. So no more Jews from the river to the sea. So that means, I wonder if they know what this means, with what this phrase means, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. But that was included in the article. So I will wait and see from here. And today we had this, travesty of speech by the leader of the United Nations. I don't know how to call him, the general, whatever, director of the United Nations, Guterres, the president of the United Nations. No, because the president was the Brazilian guy. So the guy that is the head of the United Nations is saying that this didn't come unannounced, was not in a vacuum, and because they're being occupied for 60 years. And I don't know, because it's United Nations, if this is a lip service or he really means that. Some people in Israel are already expecting his resignation, the Guterres guy from the United Nations. So we will see what happens. This world is upside down. I don't have any hopes. Like the right is wrong and the wrong is right. So this is what we're dealing with, and we are the little, lights, here and there in the world to show what is reasoning. One thing about two-state solution, there's no two-state solution in my humble opinion. because Palestinian Authority and Hamas, it's all about terrorism, it's all about blowing up buses, and that is why you need so many checkpoints from the West Bank to Israel, because you have to check each one of those citizens that want to cross to Israel. They are allowed to cross to Israel if they are not carrying knives, if they are not carrying stuff that will blow up buses and kill Jews. Okay, so there is no two-state solution. I heard from some sheikh that the Palestinians are not even Arabs. In general, they are a mix of a lot of people. Like I am a mix of a lot of people, and I hold on to my 14%. Why do I still hold on to the 14%? You know, for those that know that Family 3DNA took my 14% away, it's because they still keep that result over there. So they say they superseded, but they keep the other one for me in case I want to download. I go to their of course I download it from them, but if I go to the website, it's still there, you know, still available for me. So that means to me it's not superseded at all. It's just because somebody, you know, with ties and friendships was able to ask them, please do me a favor, take this 14% away from this lady so she stops saying that she's Jewish. Oh well, that didn't stop much, because even if I don't want to be Jewish, so someone from Sudan comes and says, oh, because I want to talk to you and then poke you and see how you react, and then complain about you to the administration, whatever. So so this is it. I want to say one thing here. When I said humanitarian message to Hamas, that was not a clickbait. That was my humanitarian message, because I am studying the Triasher. That's how I think it says. I mean the small, the okay. Let me see this in Ivrit. How do I say this in Ivrit? Hosea, Ezekiel, Trei Asher, okay, the 12 prophets, Trei Asher. So these small prophets, and they are constantly talking about Gaza, about, you know, Philistines and so, and other things. And I see another humanitarian message about Hamas, about the Philistines, about the Palestinians, but I'm not gonna put this right here now because I don't want to confuse anybody. I just want to make sure my humanitarian message, I meant that yes, you will be destroyed. Yes, you will be destroyed by Hashem. In other words, that doesn't involve anything that you did to us as Jewish people on Saturday, October the 7th. Will be humane, will be quick, no terrorism or torture involved. Okay, because Hashem doesn't need that. So it's gonna be quick and you know, humane. Okay, it's like a kosher killing. But yes, he's going to destroy you for sure. All right, so, and that includes Lebanon. That's another, you know, humanitarian message. But let's see how this Hezbollah, because I cannot say anything about Lebanon because Lebanon is not in the war. Hezbollah is. So but when push comes to shove, you know, here's Tanakh, these are the messages, and that's what I wanted to share with you. How this will play out, what is going to happen next. Okay, so it's not good to be enemies to Israel at all. But okay, you have a great day. So let's see what happens at the United Nations. You know, the Guterres guy, and it doesn't surprise me because, you know, I'm not gonna generalize all the Portuguese people are bad, but you know, I come from the Inquisition, so it's no surprise for me that something in that blood of that man called him to, you know, criticize and judge and condemn Jewish people out of the blue, out of the unknown blue. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me at all. And I know, you know, some Portuguese people are pretty racist, you know, against Brazilians, against immigrants. So I had personal experience, you know, a few times, you know, including when my first baby was born, you know, how the Portuguese lady, you know, treated me as an immigrant in the hospital. So, okay, with that being said, I don't expect his resignation, but if it happens, I will say um, it's worrisome at some point, because then I will know that not everything at the United Nations is really fake, and Israel is really, in a battle of not lip service, or whoever tells Israel, I don't support you, that's for real, to take it for face value. Okay, I don't know, guys, if this video is making any sense for you, but I hope it does. We are in this together, okay? Me and Israel. So you see the flags, you see my channel, so it's all about Israel, okay? Don't get confused. I don't use clickbait. I'm just saying, humanitarianly, you will be destroyed in a humane way. That's all, okay? That's Hamas. Okay, shalom. See you later.